So today is the 20th March 2022, and we are at our Sunday Fun Aging Call. Yoo-hoo! How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? All the DJCCs and all the PES juniors, today the topic is manipulation. Again, I think we just had it a little while back, but it's again manipulation. How does it get any better than this? And all the DJCC and all the PES juniors you have about manipulation, would you be willing to destroy and uncake it on? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, honest, short, boys, and beyond. The energy, the energy of the word manipulation in access is completely different than what this reality tells us. So, what is manipulation? Anybody here? Didn't we do this last Sunday? Saturday?
No.
Acha.
That was selfish.
Okay. So, tell me, what is manipulation?
Making things work for ourselves and probably for others.
Okay, so let me know, are you a manipulator? Have you ever manipulated? Hi, Rashi.
No. No, I'm not.
Truth! Liar! Liar of the first order.
Yeah, I am a manipulator.
Every moment of our life. And we
Yes.
keep telling ourselves lies, we are not manipulators. We are so good at manipulating that we don't even acknowledge it. Would you please be willing to acknowledge how great you are at manipulating?
Yes.
Everything doesn't allow you to acknowledge that. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whoops! I don't manipulate. Interesting. You manipulate yourself 24/7. So tell me, what is manipulation? Hi, Seema.
Hi.
Hi, lovely to have you here. Doc,
Yeah.
you're looking good.
Thank you.
So, what is manipulation, guys? Come on.
May I?
What made you come here? Sorry, iPhone.
Chavi this side.
Would you want to tell me your name? iPhone?
Chavi this side.
Chavi could, acha, okay. So you wouldn't want to write your name for what reason?
I don't know. This takes iPhone. So I was like, let it be.
Just click on the phone and then change it to your name.
Okay, I will do that.
As easy as simple as that. I also know it. I'm very good, very not so good at
but
technology.
you're pro now.
I also recently learned.
Mhm. Surely I'll do that.
Okay.
We're talking about manipulation.
Yes.
Manipulation is like, according to me, so far, what I have studied, what I am aware of, manipulation is talking through somebody or someone to get things done, or brainwashing them, or like just convincing them to do things according to me, the way I want. That would be manipulation.
Is that wrong?
Not at all.
Not at all. Using something to your advantage, not at all. But at the same time, not hurting somebody,
Yes, right.
not doing at the cost of somebody.
Hmm.
You can manipulate people into doing good, don't you? You manipulate your children all the time into, oh, बड़ा अच्छा बच्चा है, इतने अच्छे marks लेके आया.
If I say this access consciousness has manipulated our point of views to think about there's a good thing as well, rather than focusing on just negative and sulking, and And this is a manipulation only that asks questions. You might get better things.
Exactly. Exactly. Manipulation is telling people what they want to hear, not what you want them to hear.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
having no barriers.
Hmm.
You can't manipulate somebody from having barriers. You can manipulate somebody by telling them how good they are, how amazing they are, by seeing the capacities and the qualities that they have. If you have the barriers up, they will hear what's going on inside. Can you see exactly what they are willing to hear if you have your barriers up? So, could an infinite being have barriers? So, come on, anybody else wants to tell me what manipulation is?
It's getting people to do what I want them to do.
Yeah. What's wrong in that?
Nothing.
Yeah, getting your way with your husband, getting your way with your children, with your mother-in-law. Sach bata dungi. What if you didn't have to do that? What if you did what they wanted to hear? And it allows you to become present. You're not present when you're running a story in your head. You're either in the past or in the future. When you are in the present, you exactly know what to say, when to say, where to say, who to say it to. Would you be willing, all of you be willing to acknowledge, claim, and own that you are the manipulator of magnitude
Yes.
that you haven't acknowledged as yet?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nice, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, you have to be willing to be the manipulator of magnitude without a molecule of judgment for yourself or for anybody else. It can be a beautiful invitation for everybody too. They don't even know it and they get carried away with it. So when you hear the word manipulation, all of you who have, I think all of you are in Access, it must have changed the way you look at manipulation, the word manipulation now. What adjectives would you give it? Is there a selfishness there? Is there an unkindness there that this reality says it is?
It would more like sorting things out for yourself and others.
Yeah. Being smart, being intelligent, being brilliant, being exactly what to say when. It is actually making people present with you. You, not only you being present, but making, even inviting people to be present. This energy. What is required for them? What is required to get them to be present with you? What they want to hear, the people get present with you. Oh, she's talking something that I want to hear. When you're talking about this, that, and the other, people not interested will walk away. But you want their attention? Say something that that invites them to be present. Rather than मैं ये करने लगी हूँ, knowing it very well that this will not be taken nicely. Now, how can I put this and how can I manipulate my way through so that everybody just agrees with me? My father once told my sister, she was wearing a mini skirt, and he told her, मेरे को ये बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है. And she said, naturally, Dad, with your hairy legs, how can you wear it? And all of us started laughing. He couldn't be angry anymore. Was that a manipulation? So how can you manipulate your way through? If manipulation wasn't considered a wrong thing, would you have it as a tool with you? Somebody serious. Sorry, yes, Shavi?
Even more than before.
Yeah. She put a question in his head. Think about it. What was he saying? It's actually really being willing to be the energy of his joy glowing. Actually willing to be the energy of who you truly be. Actually seeing fun in the diversity.
Yeah, and I like it immediately brings you out of the right and wrong energy. Totally into
Exactly.
things.
Totally. Thank you for that. No question. We are done. Hi, Vani. Lovely to see you. Sagri. Hi. Savita. Rupal. Nippy.
Hi, Kamal.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Hi, Kamal. Hi, Kamal.
Hi, darling. So, today I was just posting in the morning only. I posted because I forgot to post the things. So I thought, and then your name came and I just clicked on it. I said, let's see if this woman will come. Lovely
But
to
you
have you
can't
here.
see them, ma'am.
I know, I can just see the names. Not my
Yeah.
hard luck. They don't want to show up. They don't want to step up. My hard luck, not theirs. Step up, guys. You are here because you want to be seen. You're here because you're choosing something different. You're here because you have the courage. You are brilliant to choose something beyond this reality. You will not show up yourself for what reason? So how is anybody? What's coming to me is the comparison, or not the comparison, difference between lie and manipulation. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between lie and manipulation?
So lie, can I say?
Yes, please go ahead.
So what is coming to me is lie is like, uh, at times we are agreeing or aligning or resisting. We are coming out of that energy rather than being the alliance and being the energy of, the presence.
Being aware of this person lies in this now, how can I manipulate this person? What can I say rather than saying ये तो झूठा है, तो चोर है, इससे तो बात नहीं करेंगे, इसको बाहर भेजो. Gary always says, now I know what that person is, now I can manipulate him to my advantage. We've all been trained to be good, moral, morality. What is good citizen and what is morality? We don't lie, don't we? We are not supposed to lie. There is so much charge on that. And how many times are you aware that somebody is lying to you? And what do?
Resist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
So
you go straight to them? You're lying to me. Or you can manipulate your way through. Thank you so much for the information. Let's use it. If you were not to go to the reaction, what else would be possible? 1, 2, 3 people, 2 people are showing up now, their faces. The others still haven't got the courage. And manipulation is also willing to be aware. When you say, don't manipulate, you're cutting off your awareness as well. ये तो बड़ा अच्छा बंदा है, ये तो कभी झूठ नहीं बोलता. You cut off your awareness.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good to have you here, Kiki.
I know. Thank you. And same here.
Yeah, welcome. When you're willing to manipulate, nobody can manipulate you. And you can be aware and present and see who is manipulating you. What am I aware of here? Because you will know the light and the heavy energy. Look at COVID. How many lies we have bought into? And there's all this manipulation going on. If you were aware, wouldn't you know what is true for you?
such a beautiful tool manipulation is, you know.
You don't allow it to upset you. You play with it. Oh my God, okay, you're lying to me. Now I know how I'm going to take advantage of that. Getting upset is also cutting off your awareness. So everywhere that you cut off your awareness to be right, good, correct, moral, non-manipulator. On the other hand, being all of those things, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, put on a short boys and beyonds? Come on, guys. Come out with questions. Who was the one who said, Angela, you said for this topic?
Yeah.
Come on then, ask you questions.
So, you know, I just got the awareness that yes, manipulation pulls you out of that energy of being a victim and being in the sorry state, you know, truly being the infinite being that you truly be.
Awesome. Thank you for that. That's so
Thank you
beautiful.
so much for that awareness.
Yes. So true.
And yeah, I would admit since 2 days I was in this energy. Though I was asking a lot of questions, something happened. Like I had an argument with my brother after 26 years, so I was in that state, that upset and all that. So totally out of it. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. I love you, but not enough to give myself up. Are you willing to say that?
Being that energy now, totally.
Yeah. I love you, but not enough to give my me up.
I have,
People need you to give yourself up. Yes, Hima.
yeah. So Gary says that you can use other people's judgments of you to your advantage. So can you give
Exactly.
an example of that?
So one first thing that Gary says is when somebody manipulates you, lower your barrier. Somebody is lying to you, or somebody is judging you, or somebody is attacking you. Never confront, never justify. Be in allowance. If you are in allowance of it, you don't get upset. You just say it as an interesting point of view. And when you are in that energy, third thing, money in your bank account. Every time somebody judges you, you direct the money. In our book club, we've been doing that. Anything that troubles us, okay, money in the bank, money in the bank. Anything that comes up, I say, okay, now this energy towards my bank account. Come on, fill it up. They're not going to trouble me. Okay, go there and fill it up. Living life for the fun of it. Nobody can always have your barriers down. Having said that, always have your barriers down. There is no right or wrong. You can have them up if you want them. What works for you? Judgment never works for you. Judgment kills the person who's judging and the person who's taking that judgment.
Yes.
Would an infinite being judge?
No. But consciousness includes judgment also. If you judge, don't judge yourself for judging.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for saying that.
So I have another
Never,
question.
never judge yourself for judging anybody or you.
Yeah. So it's like from some people I am very like comfortable receiving judgment, but from some people I get upset. Like, why are they judging me? Is it underlying my underlying expectations from them?
Is it?
Maybe.
You are the best judge, my love.
Yeah.
That's why Gary says, be aware. We have declared, we have given them, defined, these are the nice people. This is somebody who loves me. This one, somebody who will take care of me. Now you have cut off your awareness completely. What if you were aware of everybody and everything and use it to your advantage?
Yes.
And when somebody judges you, it's actually mirroring out that's what you judge about yourself. The things you think are judgeable about you. And if you come off that judgment, nobody will judge you because they can't see it. And
So we use
if they did judge you, it won't be a charge. You won't have any charge. You won't become the effect of it because you'll say, "Oh, it's not for me," because you're not judging yourself. You were saying something, Seema.
you said you come out of that judgment, it will not affect you. So how do we do that? Interesting point of view.
Oh, it won't affect you if you don't judge yourself for something.
No, if I have a judgment of myself, So
Okay,
the
sorry.
tool to change it is interesting point of view.
Actually, it's a choice.
Okay.
Like you can go on pocking and podding and doing all the processes, sit in one corner and keep judging yourself. It's not going to change. It will change, but it will very slowly change. But if you stop yourself from judging every time it comes, and you see the miracle that you are, you see the phenomenon, because there are 99.9% great things about each one of us. There's one thing that we don't like in ourselves, and then we'll beat ourselves for it all our life. And if you looked at yourself in the mirror and you saw the beauty that you are, would you judge yourself? No. Can I generate and create more from here? What else is possible that I haven't even considered? One thing we don't use is ourselves. We negate ourselves, we diminish ourselves at the drop of the hat. You have to be willing to look at the possibilities rather than impossibilities. It creates a whole different universe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seema. Thank you so much for that. So, if you are not willing to manipulate somebody, people will manipulate you. If you're not willing to dominate, people will dominate you. If you're not willing to control, people will control you. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying you should be open, willing to, if it's required. And that will be when you're aware. Otherwise, people take you over. Manipulation, actually, I think, is where you say and do whatever it's going to take to get what you desire, or to get the person to adjust themselves to fit into what you're asking for, or to get them to your side, or to let them see manipulate them into seeing what's great about this. If somebody doesn't do it, that's fine. Otherwise, somebody will do this to you and you wouldn't even know. You'll be carried away. And there's nothing wrong in that. Everywhere we made manipulation wrong. Rather than to use it to our advantage, we'd be willing to destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nice, short, boys and beyonds. Anything else coming up, guys? Oh, we still have so much of time, nearly half an hour, and there's no question here.
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
So, you said that whenever we get upset, we disconnect ourselves from that person. How often this happens?
From yourself too.
Okay.
Because you now don't know who you are. You're only upset and angry.
Yes, right. But how can I use, like, if someone is not behaving, answering the way I want them to behave, that often upsets me. How can I manipulate myself?
You are the controller of magnitude. Will you own up that?
Yes.
Because if I want people to see the way things I see, isn't that controlling? And then what if you weren't controlling and you were manipulating instead?
Then how can I manipulate them instead of
Tell me how can you manipulate? You have no idea? Truth.
Truth, how can I manipulate them? Nothing is coming right now.
What is coming?
But it's a surprise coming. Like, how can I manipulate them? Is it possible to manipulate them?
Okay, first let's see. Do you ever manipulate?
No.
What a huge liar you are.
That was the first reaction which came. So,
Because we've been told it's a bad thing to do. We've
yeah.
cut off our awareness from it. We do it every moment of the time to ourselves, to our mates, to our people around, to our parents, to our children, to our bosses, to our everywhere. You reach office late. Do you tell them, I got up late?
Yeah. Yeah, in that way, I am a manipulator.
You are, each one of us are. And we keep telling us lies. Seeing you from the inside is a commitment to your life.
Okay.
Isn't it a commitment to your life?
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying, be truly, brutally honest with yourself. Know yourself. I keep telling people to keep a journal and keep writing. This is what I like. This is what lightens up my world. This is what makes me dance. This is what I love doing all the day long. I will do this no matter what. I will not do this no matter what. This I hate doing. Everything during the day comes up. Write that down. You will know yourself in 6 months' time. You will know who you are. And do write truth before that. Because we manipulate ourselves all the time. We've told ourselves so many lies that we think they are truths of us. When you get clear about about it, about what is you, what is true for you, then you're present. Then you realize this is something I would like to have or I will not like to have. This is easier to know what you don't want to have than to know what you want to have. That's why Gary always says in yesterday's foundation, he was saying, if ask somebody where to go, they'll say, पता नहीं वहां चलते हैं, तुम बताओ, मैं नहीं, मेरे को नहीं वो ये. So when you say चलो McDonald's, 10 people will say, no, I don't want to go to McDonald's. So they know where they don't want to go, but they don't know where they want to go.
Right. True. And even for the
Let's eat Chinese. No, I don't want to eat Chinese. But if you ask them, where would you want to go? They'll say, I don't know. Yes, go ahead, Shavi.
That's the same situation with me when someone's like, whom would you like to get married? I said, I don't know whom I would like to get married, but I know whom I don't want to get married to.
And that is where the question helps.
Yeah.
That is where the question helps. Lower your barriers, become present, say truth before you ask a question, and say, what would I like my life to look like tomorrow? And then everything during the day that comes by, will I want that in my life? Will this be? What would my life be 5 years from now if I choose this? What would my life be 5 years from now if I don't choose this? Get to know you guys.
I got awareness. So my mom used to say this statement, "Ghadi bhi bisru naam ko to brahm hatya hoye." So this
What
is
is that?
घड़ी भी बिसरू राम को तो ब्रह्म हत्या होए. That means even for a moment, if I forget the Lord, it's a self death. But now it feels
Exactly. Consciousness, I keep telling, there's no chutti from consciousness.
right. It's like even for a moment, if I forget myself, it's like so many cells in me are dying because I am forgetting myself.
You're not committed to yourself. You're not
Yes. All those, be it sad, be it frustrating or anxious about anything, it's like a self spoilers. We don't want that.
It's diminishing yourself, diminishing the infinite being that you are, making the infinite being wrong, making you wrong, making the creator wrong. What's right about this? I'm not getting.
I am in that zone at the moment.
What is that zone?
This one, the anxious and sadness zone.
Yeah.
You would be anxious and sad for what reason?
Actually,
Only reason I can think of is diminishing you.
Yeah.
Today there was a talk. I'm doing Global Foundation. So today there was a extra call by Simone and Brandon about the relationship done different. So there was a girl there, and she said 9 years back, my parents pushed me into getting married. All those things, शादी कर लो, शादी कर लो, शादी कर लो, ऐसे नहीं, बड़ी हो रही हो, ये अब 4 बच्चे हो जाते हैं उसके, all those things. And she said, I nearly got married. And then it was not light for me, and I just said no. And 9 years since that happened, I'm still single. I want to get married, but it's not happening. So he said, can you enjoy being where you are? Can you see the difference? Can you change the world by you being the difference? Can you invite people for the same? Because there is still that kachra there. There's still the resistance there. There's still the reaction there. That will not allow you to choose or go forward. Those are barriers. Those are walls constructed. Those are castles that you are living in. Nobody can penetrate into it. And he said, if you can be joyous and happy and free and doing whatever you want to do and everything, what would change? The energy of you will change, and there'll be a lot more people around you who would want to be with you. Look at your energy now. How much we fuck ourselves for that, just because somebody said something.
Yes.
Chavi, your hand is up. You want to say something?
It was earlier. I'll just do it now.
Okay. Yes, Rashi.
Totally agree with you.
Yeah. Can you show manipulation is to show people what their value is? Can you show what your value is? Can you recognize that? The brilliance of you, the phenomenon, the beauty, the creation that you are. When you put yourself outside to manipulate, you try to gain control over the situation. What if you didn't have to gain control over any situation? What is being you? Fuck the world and do whatever you want to do. That lightens up your world, not from revolt. From the kindness for you. Nothing needs to be controlled. When you try to do all this manipulate in the wrong sense of this world manipulation, You separate you from everybody, from yourself too. What if you were being you? You are such a kind, vibrant, phenomenal, easygoing, brilliant being. And I can just go on adding all the adjectives to it. Would you please all recognize that? What if you didn't have any point of view about anything? You just, in this moment, chose what worked for you. Would life be more ease, joy, glory? You just talk to, you go and see a plant. Do you tell that plant, यहाँ नहीं ठीक नहीं है, तेरा रंग नहीं ठीक है, इधर से उधर हो जाओ, मेरे को नहीं पसंद, कल तेरे को निकाल मैं बाहर फेंकूंगी? Do you say that? Because you see the creation, the nature, the beauty in that. Can we all allow ourselves to see the beauty of each and every one around us? Would that be ultimate manipulation? Just say what you want to say that they want to hear.
ये पता नहीं क्या funny सी thought मेरे mind में आ रही है, but I'll say since it's coming.
Please
Yesterday
say.
in one of our family groups, किसी ने किसी मेडिको का बॉय का वो डाला थिंग कि वो मैरिज के लिए वो ढूंढ रहा है द गर्ल. नॉट दैट आई रियली कुछ मेरे को वो whatever. So just want to pass it on to Chavi.
Chavi. Why not? Why
That's
not?
why I thought it's
You
very
know, my
funny thought.
daughter was 30, she crossed 30 and everybody saying 30 साल की हो गई है, शादी नहीं कर रही है, ये है, वो है, मेरे ऊपर प्रेशर पेरेंट्स इन-लॉज का, पेरेंट्स का, तू देखती नहीं है, तू ढूंढती नहीं है, all that shit. And I was, thank God, into a modalities, so I was like, I'm not going to say anything. And I had gone through hell myself. वो जो बिल्कुल पिक्चरों में होता है कि ट्रे लेके जाओ और ये मैंने मना कर दिया, वो there was a joke going on in the house that अच्छा अब कितने तूने रिजेक्ट कर दिए, the relatives would come up and say that. So I had promised myself that I'm never going to ask my daughter to do that, never ever going to find a boy for him. So I told her, if you want to get married, good. If you don't want to get married, good. I would like you to get married, but fuck me. Do whatever you want to do. And somebody, because there was no pressure, there was in the beginning, there was from me also, from everybody also, but then the day I got cleared, I think the energy got cleared and somebody told her, go and meet this guy. He's, I think, a little shorter or the same size as she is. And boys that short look, munda kunda, chota sa lagte na. We have that impression of tall, dark and handsome type. And somebody said, he's very nice, my very nice friend said, very nice. क्योंकि सबकी ड्यूटी हो जाती है कि अब इसकी शादी करा दे. जैसे निपी को भी अभी आ गया मैसेज कि एक डॉक्टर ने कहा है, ये भी डॉक्टर है तो इसको बता दे. So not a bad idea. So she at that time probably was open because it came from her friend also, could be. She went and met him. She tells me the first reaction was, no ways, 2.5 get. So I'm not going to marry him, like that. But she said, chalo, aaye hain to baat karte hain, chai peete hain, coffee peete hain. And then she comes home and tells me, she wasn't here, she was in Delhi. She used to always, my children, I'm being very lucky, probably I was open, that they talk to me every damn thing. The detail, every damn thing. You can go in whichever visual you're getting through, okay? So she told me, I went to this guy, but he's nothing, don't get your hopes up. I don't think it's anything like that. But he was talking good. So I'm going to meet him again. So she went and met him 2, 3 times, 4 times. And she says, मेरे को तो उसके पास बैठ के बातें करना ही बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. If I didn't have that picture of, so I told her, if you didn't have the picture of tall, dark, handsome, all the shit that this reality says, if you were functioning from no barriers and you were there asking for it, what would you choose? She said, I'll choose to be with him. I said, go ahead. They started living together. They were not married. They started living together. 1 month they lived together. And then they decided they wanted to get married. Cool. My son is living with somebody for the last 10 years, not married. Who the fuck cares? Do you have the guts to do that? I tell everybody, my children brought me up. Are you willing to bring up your parents? If there was nothing wrong, nothing right, nothing good, nothing bad, what would you choose? Would you manipulate your manipulate your way through whatever creates greater?
कोई ऑफर आ गई निप्पी के लिए? गुड मॉर्निंग.
नहीं निप्पी के किसी घर में किसी कोई डॉक्टर है लड़का, वो wants to get married. So ये Shavi is a doctor, so she just matchmaking at my expense. No, nothing wrong. Just call up Nippy and find out and start communicating. Who knows where it's coming?
Chavi, please do. Note down my number, darling.
How do you know him, Nippy?
I don't know him at all, and you made my task easy because एक तो वो सर्ड है और दूसरा पतला सा. मैं कि छवि कहेगी ये क्या भेज दिया, तो तूने अभी बोल दिया कि वो छोटा था, वो पतला था. मैंने देख के ही उसका मैंने ना.
Brilliant boy. Ina's husband is brilliant boy and such a darling he is.
Yeah. तो तूने you shared about.
It's not about tall, dark and handsome.
You shared about Audrey.
And I'm glad that Nippy doesn't know anything about him. You can know about him.
I don't know a thing.
So if she had told you, aisa, then you would have made a. So Gary always says, a different language you receive more. Japanese sitting in English class receives more than English people who can understand English, because we get into our head. We start deciphering things. We start filtering things out. And when you don't know the language, the energy you receive.
Yes.
And everything is energy.
Yeah. मुझे लगा कि बहुत एडवांस क्लास हो गई, निप्पी के लिए मुंडा आ गया कोई.
आ जाए कोई मेरे लिए, निप्पी के लिए. We are open for it.
Yes.
Open for it, huh? Open for it. Yeah. Oh, good.
Actually, this is going to be on YouTube.
Oh my God.
How can we contribute to the world?
चलो मजाक कर ही सकते हैं.
अच्छा, आपने डाल दिया उसके ऊपर पर्दा कि लोग यही सुनेंगे, मजाक तो करते हैं, परम जो कह रही है वो सब ठीक है. That's what people do, right?
This reality.
This is manipulation.
This is manipulation. See, this is manipulation.
तो शवि ने अमेरिका जाना है, 2 मुंडे ने अमेरिका.
I am open. I'm not limiting myself to anything.
So please.
छवि मेरा और परम का नंबर ले लो जरा.
अच्छा, छवि में देखो एक और बात बताओ.
Yeah.
I hope we are not boring anybody else here. If it is, then please let me know.
Not at all. Please go ahead.
I was. My mother died, and the main house got sold, and we all got money, and I had to buy a house for myself. I shopped for the house. I went and saw every house any property dealer wanted to show me. Big, small, penthouses, havelis, farmhouses. I said, lena hai, at least maza to kar le. Can you play with that? Would you be willing to play with that, Shavi? Have fun.
Yes. Yes.
I went and saw कोई अंबाले से फोन कर रहा है, कोई पटियाले से फोन. They come to know property बिकी है, right? So they were calling me and saying कि आप यहाँ चले, आपको दिखा दें. हाँ जी आ जाओ, उसके साथ चले जाए. So every Zirakpur, Panchkula, Mohali, Chandigarh, वो New Chandigarh, everywhere, close to Patiala also. I was never going there, but I was open to it. I said, let me see. So are you willing to see it? Just for the
Yes.
fun of it, lower your barriers and say, Chavi, how much fun can you have? Okay?
And the doorbell just rang.
I know, I just heard that. I thought it was somebody else's house, but it is yours.
No,
Open the doors.
And Param wants to know kaun aaya.
Not this door. Not this door. Open the doors.
Acha, open your doors, floodgates. To what
Yeah.
else is possible? Just be with two questions. What else is possible? How does it get any better than this?
done.
ये door.
And if I marry this guy, what would my life be 5 years from now? If I don't, what would my life be 5? First, these 3-4 questions and have the fun of your life.
Done.
Kanwal, ये door तो बहुत छोटा लगता है. Open the doors.
I know, I got that. Thank you.
दरवाजे खोल दो जिंदगी के.
So manipulation. Come back to manipulation.
हमने बहुत कर दी manipulation शबरी के
So,
साथ.
Kanwal ma'am, how do you manipulate a situation where two people are not talking to each other for last few days? No WhatsApp, no calling, no meeting.
So is ego coming in between?
I consider it, yes. Ego of the other person.
मेरी तो नहीं है. मैं तो नहीं, मेरी तो नहीं है, दूसरे की.
नहीं,
Can I share my experience for this?
Hey, let me just go and then I'll call you. What did you say?
No. I'm not operating from ego.
So, did you call?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Did you call?
No.
Then what are you not
No, but
manipulating?
I did try through WhatsApp. Through WhatsApp. Then I got a cold shoulder and some beautiful
So
dialogue.
what?
So I stopped.
No giving up. Not listening to no. Gary says, if you want it, if you desire this relationship to work, no matter what it takes, will you choose it?
Yes.
Then do whatever is required.
I was this energy couple of months back, but since this situation repeated, I kind of got put off, So this time I said, no, I'm not going to do it again. You're right.
Cool, that's your choice.
Yeah,
You
but
have to
I'm feeling
choose.
miserable
You have
about
to
it.
choose what you want. Go for
But,
it no matter what. Manipulate it. Even if you have to say, I am wrong, you're right. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Go for it. Nobody can stop you then. And 4 दिन की जिंदगी है, क्यों ये करना?
अरे दूसरों को भी ये समझना चाहिए ना कवल
दूसरों
मैम.
को मारो गोली. I have shared many a times my husband was an alcoholic and I would punish him by not having sex. Who was I punishing? Me. Who was I punishing? Me.
Yeah, I'm also in the same zone. I also feel, I'm punishing myself because
Don't
I'm the one.
stop punishing you. Do whatever it takes. Chavi wanted to say something. Chavi, over to you.
So I was in this situation with somebody, and while the time I was reading this book, Being You by Dane. So in that book, it's written, just start pulling the energy from them. And every time I have done this, they from front, they text or they call. So just pull the energy.
You have a Pandora box full of tools. Which tool do I need to apply here? Interesting point of view. Pull energy, get into his head and talk what you want him to talk to you. Oh, you're a darling Rashi. I miss you so much. Please come. all that you want him to do, get into his head and say to you from him. And pull energy. Send hugs. What do? Sit here and crib. करता नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं करा उसे, वैसे नहीं करा, मैं नहीं करती, अब नहीं करा था, वो नहीं करा था, मैं नहीं कर. He is receiving all those too. So we build walls by the energy that we be. Nobody can penetrate into that. If you are open, is demanding yourself to no matter what it takes, I'm going to choose, I'm going to change this. What energy, space, and consciousness can I be to change this right away? Right now, for all eternity. Everything doesn't allow that. Destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, bad. And keep doing pulling energy and keep doing all the tools that you have.
When are you coming to Delhi, ma'am?
When are you coming to Chandigarh, sweetheart?
Next month.
Come. Come over and live with me. I think by that time my house will be bright and beautiful. It's still getting painted and this is the only room I'm stuck in. The rest of the house is all upside down. But I'll be done by next month.
मुझे आना है चंडीगढ़ आपके यहाँ.
नहीं आते, सब बोलते हैं, जब आएंगे तब. People say it, but they don't mean it.
No, I'm seriously winning. I will definitely. हाँ देखिए, एक दिन आपके दरवाजे पे होंगे हम.
क्या बात है, क्या बात. Lovely. We'll give you a nice welcome.
Yes.
Which sector, ma'am? Where do you stay in Chandigarh?
Sector 1. I am number 1. I stay in sector 1. So guys, it's 9:01.